Good morning. So let's talk about fucking idiots with fucking paintings and soup. Personal anecdote. Back when ISIS was active in Tunisia, and they might still be for all I know, um, yeah, not much coffee left. But back when ISIS was active in Tunisia, one of the things they did was go to the old Star Wars sets and knock them down. Now, it had only been a couple of years that I'd even known that those sets existed, and it had immediately gone onto my bucket list for a trip to take, because that was a very formative part of my childhood, Star Wars. I'm still a Star Wars geek, I just hate the new stuff. But when I learned that ISIS had gone out of their way to destroy a Hollywood set, I was a little outraged. More, I suppose, nonplussed, kind of like, huh? Why would you bother? But I understand the cultural imperative with ISIS. What I didn't understand was that later they started blowing up other things that were historically significant, and far more historically significant. Things like statues that were thousands of years old, or pieces of art that were created before ISIS's ascension. Um, if I remember right, and I may have this wrong, but it seems to me that they also blew up Abu Simbel. I may have that wrong, and I'm going to go check. Okay, it looks like I had it wrong about Abu Simbel. It was the Arch of Triumph in Palmyra, which was 1800 years old. Not exactly ancient, but damn close. Actually, may very well be in the ancient category at that age. But my point is that, and everyone's seen the clip by now of those two young fuckwits throwing soup at a Van Gogh. And I'm sorry for anyone who pronounces it Van Gogh or Van Gogh. I don't do that. It's Van Gogh. I'm a North American. We're a bastardizing people, and by God, I intend to honor that tradition. But these assholes, and there's no better. Okay, there may be a better descriptor. Useful idiots. This was a Just Stop Oil attack. That's eco-terrorism. Will they be prosecuted as terrorists? Of course not. But if it was ISIS blowing up the Tower of London, absolutely they would. Sorry, different scale, same crime. The people who would do shit like this are fanatics. You can say, oh, but they're not religious fanatics, ardent. Um, yes, they are. It's a pseudo-religion, not a cult, but definitely an ideology that is making its adherents behave as though they were zealots adhering to a new religion. And while I don't necessarily advocate the position of just leave them there until their hand falls off, or leave them until their skin grows out enough that the super glue doesn't matter anymore, or cut their hands off at the shoulder. No, I don't necessarily advocate that. What I do advocate is putting them to work for the museum or the government or whatever community they harm, and making them pay off the cost of whatever damage they actually did do. Now, in the case of that Van Gogh, that's somewhere in the region of $75 million. Yeah. I have no problem whatsoever saying, yeah, make those cunts work it off. And there's a couple of reasons for that, one of which being my attitude towards prison reform. You take people and put them in a cage, they're not doing anything useful other than becoming more angry. Yeah, there are some people who deserve to be caged, who need to be caged, but by and large, I think most offenders should be put to work or given some form of corporal punishment and released. Now, would I suggest caning these two young women? It's an option. I'm not going to lie, I think that is a fair potential option. They should be taken out in the square and caned a couple of times. Maybe 6 or 7 apiece. But jail time? No, it's a waste of time. All you're doing is proving their point for them. Oh, we tried to save the planet and now we're being persecuted for it. No, you stunned cunt. You weren't trying to save the planet. You were destroying something priceless to shock people into paying attention to your message. That's not how you get a message out. You get a message out by speaking. So do speaking tours. Do speaking engagements. Right? Free admission. Oh, wait, no, if it doesn't pay, you won't do it. Because you're middle-class capitalist offspring. Yeah, and that's not to disparage middle-class capitalists. I'd like to be a middle-class capitalist at some point. Currently, I don't know, working-class schlub. But my point is that this needs to be treated like terrorism. And if not this, certainly the other story that was less prominent this week because it was less shocking. I don't know if it was the same organization. I don't know if it was just Stop Oil or Insulate Britain or who it was. But they were blocking a road, preventing kids from getting to schools, preventing ambulances from moving. Anyone who blocks an ambulance should be immediately physically removed from where they're attempting to do so. It's a crime to block an ambulance. Whether it's a crime on the books or not, it's a crime to block an ambulance. And there was a story from, I think it was last year, about someone who was trying to get, I believe, now the details are a little muddled in my memory, but I believe it was this fellow's mother had suffered a stroke and he was attempting to get her to a hospital. And because of this eco-terrorism, and I won't call it anything else, it's eco-terrorism, it's violence against the public to proliferate a political position. If that's not the definition of violence, or sorry, terrorism, I don't know what is. Or to achieve a political end, sorry. If we're going by the textbook definition. But in any event, these people should be charged as terrorists. It doesn't necessarily mean they should be punished the same way we punish most terrorists. But one has to take into account the scope of the crime. All they really did here was property damage. So they should be made to do community service to pay off the property damage. Even the frame on that image, on that painting, sunflowers, could be as old as sunflowers and damn near as valuable. And being a woodworker, it really pisses me off when I see people damaging old woodwork. Someone actually put heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into that product, and you're going to destroy it? Yeah, no. I have no sympathy for you. Oh, but it's just a piece of wood. So is the crucifix, the cross that Jesus was on, assuming it actually happened, assuming he actually existed. Would you throw tomato soup on that? Well, if you're the type of person to say yes, then you're an asshole, atheist or not. But we really need to start treating these people as terrorists. Not treating them as nuisances. They're not. They've gone beyond that point. We need to treat people who dress in the black bloc outfit. They need to be treated as terrorists. They've been ruled terrorists in quite a few jurisdictions, but they're not being treated that way. I think that's good for now. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share, subscribe, star, donate, all that good shit. I have product on my getter. One product at the moment. I will be doing some photos for some new products I have, keychains, the cutting board I talked about. I think that's it for right now. I do have a couple of projects still going, but I don't know that I'm going to finish them before it gets too cold to continue working on them. I don't know if you can see it or not, but my breath is actually steaming, even sitting here in the shed. Yeah, so there's that. at, I believe it's 10:30 this morning, Newfoundland Time, the Sultans of Shadilay. It's in the description. I put things in the description text so I don't have to remember them. There's only so much room in this dome, so new info in, old info out. What are you going to do? But, yeah, come check out Sultans of Shadilay today. My live stream tomorrow. Oh, that reminds me. I was actually planning to hold this video for Monday. Guess I won't be doing that. Anyway, I will talk to you fine folks later. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you continue to have good days, and rise again until lambs become lions. Bye-bye.